Welcome back to the channel. We're the Bet Boost Brothers. I'm Willie D.
I'm Big Mike.
And today's Super Bowl Sunday. I know we're all super excited about that. We've got a stacked betting lineup. We've got, 14 promos locked in, Mike? Roughly $140 risk and a potential payout range north of $500. So, that's about 3.75x return on our investments if we get lucky. I think we landed right where we wanted to land, Mike.
Yeah, I'm excited. We've got a lot of opportunities to make some money. I think we found some really safe floors and hopefully those hit and a lot of different opportunities to take advantage of what's on the table.
For sure. All right. Well, I know it's a busy day for everybody, so let's just get right to the action.
Let's do it.
All right. It's game day. So, Mike, let's dive into some of the betting trends that we found looking into this. So the Chiefs, they're 1.5-point favorites over the Eagles. I think the over-under's currently at 48.5. So from what I saw, 58% of the total money wagered is on the Eagles, but 52% of the individual bets have been placed on the Chiefs. So I guess that means that larger bets are being placed on Philly, but more bets are being placed on Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's close to a pick'em game. It's really a toss-up. This is a rematch. These two teams played a couple years ago. Obviously, they're a little bit different, but a lot of the same stars, the same cast characters. Mahomes going for 3 in a row, so a lot of people have Chiefs fatigue, and that's probably where I think a lot of the why a lot of the popular money is going on the Eagles, because everybody loves an underdog and people want to see change. So I think that's where that's coming
from. And just on that note about the underdog, so favorites historically have a slight edge in the Super Bowl. It's something like 28, 27, and 2. 2 is like a straight pick'em game. But in recent years, since 2000, the favorites have actually gone 16-7 against the spread. So looks like history is favoring the Chiefs in this matchup.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's where we've got a lot of our money put into, or at least the ones that have the result included. We're leaning towards the Chiefs, although you'll see that a lot of our prop focus is on the Eagles. But hopefully at the end of the day, what I'm hoping for is we get a good game. We get, all of our bets hit. But it's the Super Bowl. We don't want it to be a blowout. We want it to be exciting, so that we can enjoy watching it throughout.
All right, Mike, let's get into our strategy. So we've been in the lab for 2 weeks now, and I really like where we landed. I'll go ahead and go first. So I've hinted at this in previous videos. It's not me saying I'm reinventing the wheel here, but my main strategy for this game is Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown and just trying to get the best return on my investment for it. So overall, where I landed, I've got $65 total spread out through, I think, 5 different promotions, all for the just need Saquon to score a touchdown. So currently, holistically, all the bets, 65 would win me $139. So that leaves my total odds combined of everything at like plus 115, plus 114. If you were to go ahead and bet the 65 now straight up on one of these apps, your return would be roughly like $96, $97. So I've managed to get an extra $40 profit in here if it hits. And let's just quickly break down how we went about this. So, like I said, 5 different promotions, actually across 5 different apps here. I'll start with DraftKings because this one isn't any sort of boost here. This was part of the bet and get promotion. So you have to bet on a touchdown score and you get a bonus bet. So this, as you can see, is just at the minus 200 odds. I did a $10 bet. So this just will return 15. So no boost here, but we did get a bonus bet out of it. Okay, so moving on, the next spot I have, this was a Bet365 Super Boost. I think it came up 2 days ago. So they've been doing 4 days of Super Boosts. This one boosted it from minus 200 to plus 100. So I threw another 15 here to get to plus 100 odds there. Next, I've got the chalkboard gimme pick. So we had a gimme pick we came across. De'Aaron Fox to get more than a half of a point was the gimme pick. And then I paired that with Saquon to score. So this is $10 to collect roughly 24. So this is the last two plays have been plus money plays. Remember, his odds are roughly minus 200. So those are great opportunities to get after it. And then we've got two more picks here. So I've got the prize picks option. This one is still out there. If you haven't gone after that, after this, go after it. Regardless of who you're pairing with Pat Mahomes here, it's just over a half of a passing yard. I paired it with Barkley. It can be up to $25. So this is great value still on the market. I did $20 and this returns 50. So another plus money play here. I love it. Lock it in. And then the final one I have here was a gimme pick. Came up about a week ago. Kevin Durant over 1 point. He only ended with 12, but I only needed one. And then that's paired with Saquon. So you can see $10 to collect 20. Another plus money play. So that, in a nutshell, is my Saquon ride or die strategy. I'll pass it over to you, Mike.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to strategize turning these minus opportunities into plus. So I mirrored a lot of those same picks or same strategies. However, I did it with a Hurts touchdown. So Hurts is slightly less likely, I guess, from an odds perspective to score. Although statistically, they're pretty close. I think Hurts actually has 14 rushing TDs to Saquon's 13 this season. But to set that aside, I targeted the same chalkboard promo. So it was a $10 wager at about plus 170 to return 27. We did the $10 bet and get strategy through DraftKings, and at the time he was plus 105. He's now about minus 120. So this was, February 9th is the day of the Super Bowl. It doesn't have the date. I placed it
You were
at least
curve,
a week
Mike.
ago. Yeah, at least a week ago. We got him at plus money there. And then the other one I made was the prize picks, pairing him with Mahomes. We got that one at about plus 150 for $10 to return 25. One thing to note about the prize picks, because I was looking at different options, it does require you, because Mahomes is on the Chiefs, to pair it with a Eagles player. For whatever reason, it says that the pairing has to be on a different team. So you could pair it with another sport, obviously, but Super Bowl focused, you'd have to pair it with an Eagles player. It doesn't have to be a touchdown, but Saquon touchdown or a Hurts touchdown, you obviously are getting that at a huge boost. And then so I just have the $30 locked in, but I think it's some good value. Should we move forward into our next strategy?
Yeah. So we've got, those were our two main strategies, like we talked about. We've got 5 or 6 other bets locked in that were either super boosts or bonus bets that we've come across. Like we said, if you want to see the specific promotions holistically, check out our part 1 video we posted on Thursday. And just to add on that, before we dive into the specific bets, here are 3 more promotions. I think we touched on some of these, but we've gone ahead and locked these in. Mm-hmm. So one of them here on the screen, day 4 of the Super Boost for Bet365. So when we posted our Thursday video, they hadn't started these yet. They've since done 4 straight days of Super Boosts. So the one at noon has not launched today. Yeah. But Mike and I, we did the Slam Dunk Saturday NBA promo yesterday. Won't get into that too much, but we did have some success. We're getting a lot better at NBA betting, so we're excited about that. But we do have a $10 bonus bet as a result of that promotion, which we are going to plug directly into the Super Boost, regardless of what it is, because it's a bonus bet. So when this drops at noon today, I'd encourage you to look at it at least, and we're going to ride it because we've got a bonus bet.
Yeah, we've got that locked in. Hopefully, it's something nice, but either way, we're gonna jump on that.
Sweet. And you want to show them the 2 FanDuel promotions we plugged in today before we get into our, I guess these are technically bets too.
Yeah, and we covered both of these in our previous video, but we decided to finally lock them in. So the first one, we're pairing these together. FanDuel requires a minimum $5 deposit, in case you're wondering. So we put $5 in. We put 475 on the boost. So it's a 50% boost. You could do a Kansas City, which is Mahomes and 225 passing and the Chiefs to win, or Saquon 100 rushing and the Eagles to win. I think we said in the previous video we like the Mahomes leg better. They both are about the same odds, but we went with Mahomes, boosted to about 210, so the 475 more or less wins you $10. I think it's $9.98. So we have that locked in, and then with our other 25 cents, we entered into the touchdown sweepstakes. So if you bet on any player, anytime touchdown, and if it's the first or last touchdown, you win a bonus bet, depending on, obviously, the more unlikely the score, the bigger the bonus bet pot you win. We went for pretty likely scores. We went with Hurts and Barkley, the same ones that we have locked in for everything else. If they score first or last, it was only a 25-cent entry, but we'll get bonus bets that we can reinvest in the future.
Yeah,
but yeah,
pretty good value there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a really low. If you already have money and you don't even have to make any deposit in your FanDuel, you can enter this sweepstakes for just 9 cents. So I definitely recommend if you have anything in there, throwing 9 cents, and seeing what happens.
Yeah, so that's low risk. Okay, well, let's go ahead and transition into some of our more fun bets. I'd say everything we've touched on this point has been very single-minded. I think these are a little more us stepping outside of the box, and it's easier to step outside of the box when you're doing it with bonus bets, and that's kind of how we try to build our portfolio. So the first one we can talk about, talked about it in our last video. I think we'll just, go over it one more time real quick, is our ESPN bonus bet. We got this from linking our ESPN account to our app. Super simple. And we got a $10 bonus bet. So zero risk for us here. $10 bonus bet. We went ahead and threw it on Kansas City money line, under 56.5 points, and Xavier Worthy 45 plus receiving yards, which I feel really good about. A little nervous on the under. I know we were talking at the intro. It's an indoor game, but the over-under set at 48.5, so we're buying it over a touchdown here. I think it's a relatively safe bet. When you look that this will return $31 on a bonus bet, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think, again, very low barrier to entry. While we're talking about ESPN Bet, if you don't have this promo, you can also do the deposit match, where I think if you deposit 25, you get a $10 bonus bet. You could put the 25 on something really safe, because I think you have to bet through it. It could be NFL or not, and then you still have that $10 bonus bet to work with. We're not doing the deposit bet just because we have so much already on the table throughout the day, and we have this bonus bet through just linking the account. But that's another option through ESPN Bet if you wanted to go that way.
Yep, that's a decent option too. And typically, I mean, I know it's the Super Bowl, so if you do the $25 deposit for the $10 bonus bet, if you do that promotion, I'd normally encourage you not to put that 25 on the Super Bowl, because there's no we didn't come across through ESPN Bet any super minus odds safe plays to essentially get that 25 back. You could do it on another sport and try to find like a minus 8,000 odds play, so you're just playing with the bonus bet as you're with essentially no risk. But if you just you want to put that 25 on whatever, since it's the Super Bowl, you don't necessarily have to make the safest play in the world. It's a big day in sports betting, and it's worth enjoying with a little more risk on the table.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're not signed up for all these different apps.
Definitely. All right. Do you want me to go next?
I can go next. Which one are we tackling next? We've got the we can look
at Hopkins.
Do the Hopkins? Okay, so we've talked about Hopkins a couple times to this channel. I think with him being a veteran player, ex superstar, I think he's someone who's reliable, someone who Mahomes trusts, and has gotten some red zone targets throughout the season. On Chalkboard, we had a $10 bonus bet. that we got for signing up, I believe. And we've been sitting on it. We've been sitting on it for a few weeks now. But we paired it with they have what they do is like most of the daily fantasies. They'll have certain props that they lower the line on, so you can get something that's, let's say their over under was 85 rushing yards or whatever Barkley's is. They lowered it to 59.5. So we took that and we paired it with a Hopkins anytime touchdown. And that actually returns about plus 385. So a $10 bonus bet, again, no risk because it's a bonus bet, will return about, what is it? About,
you say 385?
No, 580, 538, 538. Sorry. I'm reading it backwards, I guess. We're all over the place. Mixing up the numbers.
Yeah.
538, but essentially about $62, $63 each on a bonus bet.
And then so with these daily fantasies, the bonus bets are a little different. We actually got a deposit match, and the way that it all worked out is that because they don't have like bonus bets versus regular bets, they just match your deposit, but you have to play through it to collect. So we would actually the odds here are plus 538, but unlike other bonus bets, you actually get the amount that you bet here too. So we would collect 638, even though there's no risk for us. So if that makes sense.
Yeah, and we played through our deposit match using NBA lines, and we also have a little bit of we also included another bet through here as well with our Hertz and Fox promo. So we got essentially a free pick play similar to Prize Picks. We needed, I think, De'Aaron Fox on the 5th to score 1 point. I don't remember if he was a king or a spur at that point, but either way, he scored his 1 point. And then we paired it with we talked about in our previous promo. I paired it with the Hurts touchdown. He paired it with the Saquon touchdown. So we did part of that. So if you do want to do a deposit match, and they probably, I don't know 100% if they do, but usually they have a free play. They probably have one for you today that you could pair with one of the picks. And then you could use the bonus bet or essentially their match and have a free play that you can throw on like we did here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great day to do one of those deposit matches if you haven't already signed up. We hadn't signed up for Chalkboard. I'd never heard of it. Now we're in. So anything that you can sign up for the first time today and get a bunch of bonus bets, you'll be sitting in a great opportunity. Yeah. We're already on all these sites, or most of them, so it's hard for us to get those opportunities, but it would be a great day for that. Yeah. Okay, transitioning over to, so those were our 2 bonus bet plays that we have locked in. We also have 3 boosts / super boosts that we have locked in. So first we've got, and this one's off the market now. It was the super boost play either yesterday or 2 days ago from Bet365. So this is just an example of the type of value they offer. So look out for the one they dropped today at noon. It was a minus 250 play boosted to plus 100. Essentially both quarterbacks to get 1+ passing touchdown. Feel pretty good about it. It seems like a relatively safe play. I did 15 on it. So I think Mike, you did 15 as well.
Yeah, and this was really like with the Super Boost they've posted. So it was 4 days of Super Boost. The only one that I guess that will post pre-video is the final day, the Super Bowl day. I've only jumped on this one. I really liked the value there. Both quarterbacks to throw a passing touchdown, I feel like is a relatively safe floor. The Saquon one was a decent boost as well. I passed on that, and then the other one was, I believe, Brown and Kelsey to have 50 receiving yards and each, and I passed on that as well. So I'm hoping today's is a little better, but I really like the value on this one.
Yeah, I think it's the best value they've offered so far.
Yeah.
You want to go next?
Yeah. So the next one we were looked at, and I really like this one, is BetMGM. Now, we've talked about BetMGM in the past. A lot of times they offer a relatively unfriendly floor and relatively unfriendly player prop lines. So if you're not betting an over under or a line that's like a money line play or a spread play, the player prop plays, they really kind of undercut some of the other or not undercut, but they're really not as good value as some of the competitors. So you may get a line that's, for example, plus 110 on Bet365 or DraftKings, and it's like minus 130 on BetMGM. So just be wary of those things whenever you're on that site. But they are offering a 33% boost today, minus 300, and it's no parlay requirement. So it could be a straight bet. So we put that on Mahomes to win the MVP. We feel like if the Chiefs win, he's a huge favorite in that circumstance to win MVP. If the Eagles win, it's a little bit more murky. You could get Saquon or Hurts. They're relatively close in odds, but Mahomes is the clear favorite if the Chiefs win. So we could get him at plus 105 boosted to plus 139. So that was a $10 bet on my end to return about 23.
Yeah, no, I love that play. All right, so that takes us into our last super boost / boost. This one is a super boost. This came up. I don't know if it's still on the site or not. We did talk about it in the last video. I got on it. I don't think you did, Mike, but it's a $5 max. So if you missed out, not the end of the world, but minus 145 to plus 145. This is for both teams to score 1+ rushing touchdown. I think the Eagles are basically a lock here in my eyes. It'll come down to if the Chiefs can do it or not. But I feel pretty good about this. $5 to collect 12.25. Just a nice one to throw in the portfolio.
Yeah, I like that one. I didn't jump on this one on time. I don't think it's still up. I didn't see it this morning, but if you were able to jump on it, that's definitely good value. Again, anytime you can boost a minus to a plus, that's what we're looking for.
For sure. All right. Well, now you've got the full picture of our promos. Like I said, 14 or 15 promos locked in, roughly $140, $145 of risk to pay between $500 and $550, depending on this last super boost that comes out. So, I mean, the return on investment here is good, especially the fact that all of our odds are boosted. I mean, I'm super excited about today. And even if we have a bad day, I really like the way that we were able to formulate, a game plan for it.
Yeah, I'm excited about our game plan. I'm excited for today. I'm hoping we have a lot of success, but it's been a lot of fun going through the process either way. If you don't want to try and track through this video again, we will post the link to our spreadsheet so that you can log in and see everything we have locked in so that you can have it all up at once. The site, the bet, the odds, the prop, the boost, everything's there. So feel free to check out that spreadsheet. We have a separate tab that's Super Bowl specific, so you can just see our Super Bowl bets, so you don't have to scroll through everything we've been involved in the last few weeks. So check it out there. We'll post again probably Wednesday or Thursday to review our Super Bowl success, and we'll see you guys then. Have fun.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.